Hi, Mike Roman here, cateringguru.com. Once again, it's time for our Tuesday Ask the Guru video question session. Hey, what do you think of my background? It's kind of cool. Someday I'll tell you where I am, okay? Now, today's question deals with the concept of executive chefs, a subject that I know everybody is enthralled about talking about. I hope the executive chefs aren't watching today, though. That's a difficult time. Before I go, though, with that, I want to give you another idea. I love the ideas I hear. This week I talked to a caterer who came up with a great idea. I had never heard it before, okay? It's called an early signing bonus, okay? It sounds like a sports team, doesn't it? Here's what he does. Whenever their salesmen finish a presentation, either over the phone or live, hopefully live, the shopper is told, by the way, unlike other catering companies, we like to get our prospects on board with this as quick as possible. So you have 15 days. If you make a decision within 15 days to come on board with this by giving us a deposit, we're going to give you this much off or this special bonus. Maybe it's an extra hors d'oeuvre or whatever it's going to be. But the concept of actually saying to a shopper who's leaving without buying today, we give you 15 days and you get a really special treat, is something for you to at least think about, okay? Just think about it, test it, talk to your staff in a sales meeting and see what happens. Okay, executive chefs, what are they going to say? The question I get all the time for the last 30 years is, well, Mike, am I big enough now to have an executive chef? So I don't know. What's an executive chef? An executive chef technically is a manager, doesn't cook that much, technically. But my point today is to center more on this whole concept of do I need an executive chef? What you need more than anything else, in my view, is order in your kitchen, high morale, good cost-saving concepts, and just overall a little fun, perhaps, in kitchens. Now, you can get that with an executive chef. You can also get it with not an executive chef. You have to make the decision. That, to me, is more important than titles, okay? So an executive chef is technically a person who is supposed to be in charge of the kitchen, not in charge, in my view, of the cooking. You see, there's a different world there. It's the sous chefs and all the people that work with the executive chef that really do the cooking dramatically more than anybody else, especially as executive chef. So, what I need you to think about right now is this whole idea of, well, I mean, what's the good and bad of an executive chef? It's easy. They either come in two varieties. One, happy-go-lucky, hard-working, great chefs who love life, love people, and give freedom in a kitchen. And then, of course, there's caterers, there are executive chefs, rather, who are rather controlling, rather difficult, kind of unhappy sometimes, and their kitchen is their kingdom. The problem is that doesn't always work. Yet, I have been working with customers over the years where you have a kingdom-prone kitchen that's marvelous. And people do very well, and customers are very happy. And I've been in kitchens where there's a lot of freedom and happiness and things weren't going good, and vice versa. So you never know where it's going to happen. Here's a point for you to think about. One of the new things I'm seeing around the nation today, or North America I should say, because I saw it in Canada also, is the simple fact that rather than hiring what we would call a central executive chef, man or woman who runs that particular kitchen, they hire a team of chefs who each have responsibilities where there isn't one central focus. And in those cases, upper management, ownership, or a kitchen manager type person is involved to make sure things run smoothly and happily in that kitchen. So when you're talking about executive chefs, you're in a dangerous pile of quicksand, because very often hiring that executive chef becomes, well, quite troublesome, because what you see in one day isn't what you see maybe 3 weeks later. And it works both ways. Sometimes you take a risk on a certain chef, and all of a sudden they take over and do tremendous creativity, and your business soars. One last thought on executive chefs or any chefs. This is an extra item for you. You know it, and I know it. That almost 60% of everybody who's watching this video right now doesn't have recipes in writing. Now think about that. They run major catering companies, and they even have some catering software programs, but they don't put the recipes in writing because it's in the head of the chef. I got to tell you, in all my years, that's one of the most serious things you got to be careful of. So whether you have an executive chef, have a team of people, the bigger issue is how are we going to make our kitchen safe, cost-effective, and producing creative creative results for our public and for our customers. I hope I gave you some ideas. I probably raised more questions, so feel free to email me with questions. I'll answer them, okay? Feel free to just give me a call if you wish. Stay happy, have a great time, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks.